Let's look at how we post consumption and output from production when using different levels of warehouse management functionality. In this view, we have all the documents in all the warehouse functionality, and it's of course very confusing. So let's dive into the different levels of warehousing. First of all, the basic documents, meaning if you don't have any check marks in your location, you have the production order, which of course requires the extended license from Microsoft. And when you use production order, you can consume from a consumption journal or output in an output journal, or you can use the production journal directly from the production order to perform both the consumption and the output. These are the basic documents when you don't use bin and you don't use any check marks on your locations. Next level will be on what we call the symbol level, will be if on the location card you have check marks in bins or inventory picks or inventory putaways, but not in warehouse shipments or require receipts. Normally, this will be a part of the using bin in the warehouse. So when you start using actual bins to determine where your items are, that will be the typical first level of working with simple warehouse. From the production order, you can create an inventory pick directly. And when you post the inventory pick, it will also post the consumption for the production order. You could also make an inventory movement directly to actually move the items into the area of the production order. And then you can use the normal consumption journal to do the consumption. So it's possible to consume both from the production order and the inventory pick. When you want to output, you create an inventory put away from the production order. And from the put away, you can create a document that puts the items back into the warehouse. And when you post the inventory put away, it will also post output on the production order if you didn't already do that. So it's also possible to post output directly on the production order or through the inventory put away. Moving on to the next level of warehouse, when you set the check mark in requires shipments on the location tab, you will have to create a warehouse pick, and note in this scenario that the warehouse pick is created directly from the production order without a sales shipment or warehouse shipment. And this means that you create the warehouse pick, and when you're done, you register the warehouse pick. And after that, you will register or post consumption from the production order directly. This means you create the warehouse pick to move the items into the production order. You could also still consume directly on the production order. You could also use the movement functionality to move the items into the production order and then post the consumption directly on the production order. This could be done by the internal movement functionality to create an inventory movement, but you cannot calculate the bill of material from the production order, so the internal movement will have to be created manually line by line. Note this, when you are outputting the items from the production order, you will create an inventory put away directly from the production order, and the inventory put away will post output while also moving the item into the correct bin. So even though the inventory put away is normally intended for simple warehouse functionality, using production orders, it will be also used in the advanced functionality. The last level is the VMS level, meaning the check mark on the location called directed put away and pick, and this works a little different than the advanced level. You create a warehouse pick from the production order in the same way as from the advanced functionality, and when you post the warehouse pick, it will post a movement into the production order. And after posting the movement to the production order, you can post consumption through the production journal or one of the journals. So in this way, it's the same functionality as the advanced location, but you can also create a warehouse internal pick to create the warehouse pick. So it's also possible to manually create an internal pick if you want to move the goods into the production area. And that could be created manually, the internal pick, and from that you can create a warehouse pick without a source document. You can also move the items into the production area. You have to use a movement worksheet and enter the lines manually to create a warehouse movement. And you can't require the production bump from the production order, so you will have to enter all the lines manually in this scenario. And finally, when you want to make output from the production order, first you post the output in a production journal. So it's actually posted and on the production bin. Then from a warehouse internal put away, you can create manually the output line and create a warehouse put away. So to create a warehouse put away for the warehouse people to actually move the item from the production bin into the warehouse, you use the warehouse internal put away functionality.